Alrighty, good morning, you guys. So we have neighbors out again, so I'm gonna try to not look like the freak who's filming themselves walking down the street. So I'm off to meet my neighbors, the pack of 4 blondes. I'm not quite sure what today's gonna look like. I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I've got some random bits and bobs I want to take care of. I need to run by Fresh Market and pick up some ground chuck and chicken. Yeah, so I've got a lot of just like normal upkeep stuff to do. It is not that cold. I'm about to take this jacket off. So it says it's 67 out here, but the humidity is like 150%. I swear, it's almost noxious. Yeah, cruising along, doing my thing. It's the morning thing, but I just got done uploading 9, 10, and 11, days 9, 10, and 11. Yeah, I keep trying to warn you guys, like, my life is really boring. And then when I, like, have to watch how boring I really am. Sunday was particularly bad, but anyway. I'm gonna get a roll in here, and I will check in with you guys at the end of my walk. Love ya. Alrighty, guys. Heading back to the house. Looks like my trash picked up, which is a good thing. Still waiting on recycling. I got 3.5 miles in this morning. It is very humid. So I'm going to tidy up my bedroom a little bit. I don't need to do laundry today. Everything got done the other day. So I might more or less be done with work, other than I need to run to the grocery store. So anyway, I'll see you guys as I do something interesting today. Hopefully I get to share with you guys what I made for dinner. Hey guys, so obviously I'm in the craft room. I'm gonna try to work on some cards here. I'm in the exact same place I was last night when I shared with you guys. Nothing's changed on my desk, so I'm gonna get the other 3 of these put together, and then I'm gonna figure out what I want to do with my, I've got 4 big strips, 3 patterns, and I'll see what I want to do with these. I'll go through some sketches and see if there's something that I think I can do with these, but these are like 6 by 2. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what we'll get used up here. Otherwise, I mean, these are just, a lot of these are just thin strips, and I'd use these on those scrap cards where I take the scraps and just, I put a full sheet of adhesive on a 4 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/4 piece of cardstock, and I just adhere these down. So anyway, that is what I'm going to do. Nothing interesting has happened so far. I went down hard and took a nap. So after I got back from the grocery store, which I didn't get a chance to film anything because my phone kept ringing, and the girl at Fresh Market had my order picked really, really fast. So I didn't share anything about running to Fresh Market this morning. Other than doing that, like I came home, ate. I did a little bit more picking up and tidying, and then I took a nap. So, yeah. I was exhausted. I was up early this morning. I was up at 4 again, so I figured I earned myself a little nap ski tonight. Actually, I should have brought down like a nylon or something, but I'll take the poly pellets up with me when I go upstairs next time. That way I can stuff the base of Charlie the Gingerbread Woman sometime tonight. And get the last of her body finished up finally. And I think primarily what I'm going to work on knit and crochet wise is probably going to be that knit crate shawl, just because I want to get it done. I'm so close. I'm down to the ribbed border section, so I'm very, very close to getting that done. So that's my plan for the rest of the day. Dinner's already mostly made. I need to saute up some asparagus and shirataki rice. I prefer the Miracle brand or the Vitacost brand. But I used my immersion cooker yesterday and made a lamb roast. So all I have to do is sear the lamb. And I'll do lamb with the rice and the asparagus for dinner. And I've got some blueberries for dessert. So I can top those with some whipped cream. But eventually I got to make my normal grocery list. So veggies, all I've got is some cucumbers and asparagus left. So, oh, I do have some cucumber salad I can have tonight. I might do cucumber salad instead of rice and asparagus. But anyway, I can make that decision while I sit here and make cards. I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Hopefully we'll finish off this Martha Stewart pad. Syrup. And I guess move on to the Echo Park pad. The warm and cozy pad that I pulled. So anyway, I love you guys. And I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so it's been about half an hour. A little less than half an hour. I have a stack done. So we added gems to this one. Added little gems to this one. Added gems to the corner on this one. And everything got washi tape. I did end up using that entire roll of washi. So we got this one is new. This one is new. And then this one is new. I didn't expect to use so many of these die cuts, but I'm very happy to be using them. So that's another 6 cards done. And now it's just time to play with the scraps. So when I do the insides of these cards, I've been saving all my tiny, tiny strips specifically, and I've been going ahead and fishtailing them as I go. And I'll put those on the inside on the interior greeting. But I'm really happy with how this stack turned out. So anyway, I will check back in with you guys as I try to figure out what to do with what's left on my desk. Okay, so, you know, scrap cards for me are generally a hit or miss thing. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them. But I have to say I am really pleased with how these turned out. So I got 2 of these using up 3 of the 4 strips. I used both of the wreath strips plus the ornament strip to do these. And I used Lovejoy Piece washi tape here. But this is another Call Me Crafty Owl sheetload of cards. This is February 2022. And ironically, it is for using 6x6 paper, but I changed the orientation and changed the way the sentiment was done, but I have to say I am really pleased with how that turned out. So I did cut up the poinsettia to do some more of the other scrap card. This is what I have left on my desk. So I need 2 tiny strips for these. And I'm going to need at least 4, if not 6, for these. But the advantage to these is if I have like 1 or 2 of these left over, I can always pull in another set of scraps. I am playing with how to finish these cards. I'm not quite sure how I want to finish them, but I did go ahead and take the scraps. So far, other than like having to cut into like the big pieces of black, I have not had to cut into any fresh. Well, I did have to cut into 1 fresh piece of red because I used that as a background on one of the beginning cards. But red and black, I've just been pulling from scrap. So I keep this bin here on my desk that is scraps of black and white. And like you can see where like I had cut something on my Cricut, but the other side's fine. Sometimes I use these to kind of create like fake foam tape. Sometimes I use these, you know, to stamp on. I had some little bits here left from Halloween that I cut into. These are the scraps from that. But by and large, like, I really haven't had to cut into anything fresh for any of these as far as the black and the red go, except to do big pieces. So I've been using, once again, more scraps. So I had a whole bunch of these strips in red. So like all these Merry Christmas strips, that's what they are. And then I've been trimming the black strips to give me the right matting there. But I did get the mats done on the other cards. It's only been like 15 minutes since I filmed the other video. Like, I pulled the sketch and these two just perfectly came together. So anyway, I'm going to work on these. And then I am probably going to go upstairs. Well, I'll go ahead and pull the papers out of the Echo Park pad probably. But anyway, you guys have fun. I'll check in a minute. Well, well, well. I have 36 cards from this paper pad. These are the last 6 I just finished using the 1.5 inch squares that were left over. I have 2 squares left that I'll just carry over to the next paper pad. A lot of the Christmas themes, they just kind of mix. I love this thing, by the way. I have no idea where I got it. It's probably one of the ones I got at Home Depot, which means I'll never find another one again. But the box locks, and I've used it for a lot of different things, but because the way it's sorted and I can throw, like, I have other things that fit it, it always works out so well. So I have my 1.5 inch squares here. I have a couple extra bases of the embossed here. I cut all my strips into 1/2 inch strips, and I'll just combine those later on into cards. And then this is my stack of finished cards. So I need to put these up. So there's the ones I just showed you. I know this is like super duper repetitive for you guys, but because like y'all literally just saw this like some of these seconds ago. But those are the ones I've done today, plus these 3. Got that. I used most of the package of die cuts. Most of the package of the little red gems. I used half the package of the Merry Christmas stickers. And that's just because I'm too lazy to want to stamp. It's just quicker for me to use these. One entire 6x6 paper pad. I did break into another set of gemstones for these, but only a couple sheets of red, white, and black cardstock. Most of these were scraps from other projects. And I used a lot more, actually, of the embossed cardstock than I thought I would. I also finished off that card of ribbon. I think there's like 1 piece left, but I'm really happy with how these turned out. This is the only one where I'm kind of like, meh, wah, wah. It's just these gems. I've been trying to use these for ages. They're just huge, and they don't even look good on the 5x7 cards. I think they're just too big. But there we go. That's one entire set done and dusted. And my Martha Stewart pad. Let's see, there's no like extra information on this. This is from 2018. Martha Stewart emblem. Yep, doesn't have a name or anything. Just made by Dries. Anyway, whole 6x6 pad out of my stash. I did, here, while I go throw this in my empties bin that I share with you guys at the end of the quarter. Your spin bin. They've actually been really good. Pippin's hanging out on the other side of the desk still, I think, sleeping. Yeah. They've been very good boys. They let mommy work. So I completed 2 rolls of ATG, 3 rolls of washi tape, the ribbon, and this, plus 1 package of the foam dots. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with what I got done so far. I am going to go make myself some dinner and chillax upstairs for a little while. I need to make sure I take those, I'm going to stick those in my pocket, actually. My polyfill polyester pellets. I don't need that many. Here's the desk where I film. Let's see where everything's stacked up still. My Hobie stuff to be done. Anyway, I will check in with you guys in a bit. I'm going to stack these up neater and put these in a place where they're not going to get damaged between now and Christmas. I still need to do the inside, so I can't count these as done for the purpose of my craft journal and my goals for 2022. But they're done for the purpose of what I'm going to do right now. Now, I might go ahead and print out something to go on the inside of these by the end of the month. It just depends on how far I progress and what I feel like doing. But so far, I haven't even designed inside yet. And I think it's in this bin. I actually have some leftovers from previous years, so I might pull those out too. But I'm going to take my inside little taggy things, put them with these, and we'll set these somewhere where they're safe. Okay, so I'm heating up some butter in the frying pan to sear off my lamb roast here. So it cooked at 133 in the sous vide, 6 to 8 hours. I did it for 8 hours, sear or broil, just to make it crunchy on the outside. So I refrigerated this overnight so the meat is really, really cold because I just want to sear the outside but keep the inside on the rarer side. I didn't do it to rare. I did it to medium rare. But so this is my immersion cooker. I haven't dumped the water or anything from last night because it was late when it came out. And I'm thinking about doing a beef roast too. I freeze these up when I find the meat on sale, on a really good sale. And it's in there with butter, rosemary, sage. You can see like there's some rosemary there. Thyme, a ton of garlic. So I will actually use the liquids, the cooking liquids, to sear up cook up my rice and some asparagus in the same pan I sear this in. But this is the miracle rice, just in case you're wondering. It's made from konjac flour. It is, almost calorie free. It has 1 net carb for every serving. There's 2.5 servings, so 2 1/4 net carb for the entire bag, which I will probably eat because I'm pretty hungry once again. But because I do try to eat a low carb diet or maintain a low carb diet, just because it's easier to avoid foods that make me feel icky, I do prefer this to regular rice, even though rice does not hurt me to eat. But if you're looking for something or wondering, rinse it really, really well. You can, I do with the noodles, I will always boil them with the rice. I don't if I'm cooking it with something with a lot of flavor, but rinse the water solution off of it really, really well in a colander under watering water. Get that super, super clean. Then I just throw it in a hot pan and cook it up. With the noodles, I'll boil them first and then cook them in a pan, but I don't know what else to say about that, but I'll try to remember to take a picture of my food. I'm really bad about doing that because I just want to eat. Hey guys, so I'm sorry I haven't filmed anything today. I woke up with a headache, so I spent most of the morning trying to slowly drink some coffee and not feel queasy and be able to keep pills down so I can make my head feel better. So, not a great day for me. It's 12:15. I have a clock in here, so now I can tell you what time it is sitting here. I am going to break into this paper pad and get crack-a-lackin' on some new cards. I've got everything cleaned up off my desk. Everything's clear and ready to start a new set. So I even have something that's not my normal water to drink. So I'm going to crack on in and see what all we're working with. Hey guys, so I got a little carried away down here. I set out these first couple batches of cards a little bit differently than I've did the last one. So the first thing I did is I took the cut aparts that I knew I wanted to use and I cut them apart. And then I'd already pulled some sketches based on what kind of cut aparts I had. So I ended up cutting all of these, and I used 2 sketches here, I think, maybe 3. 2. So I have this sketch, and then I have that sketch using the portrait and landscape 2x3s. And then I took the scraps from those and I actually made these using the 2x2s. And these I've obviously put on card bases. I still need to come in and embellish them, do the washi tape on the back of the card or decorations on the back of the card, whatever I want to do. And, you know, make them all extra pretty. But I really love how this one turned out. So this is another Call Me Crafty Owl sketch. I'll be honest, the primary sketches I use are the sheet load of card sketches from Call Me Crafty Owl and Just Crafts. Like those two just make it so easy. They really do just make it so easy, especially with like the sheet load where she shows you how to cut apart your paper and everything to maximize what you're getting. But I really love these. I make, you know, small alterations here and there. Obviously, I'm using, you know, cut aparts instead of making a sentiment, things like that. I'll move things like one of these, instead of cutting it to the size she wants, I'm going to actually add a strip of a third. It's actually this one. In order to maximize my paper and not just use everything up on this set of cards, that top piece I had to cut short. So instead of having a scallop piece there, I'm actually going to take a double layer border, kind of like how I did all the Merry Christmases in the previous set, and add that to the center of those cards. Because I have 2 full sheets left. My fingers are stuck. I can't get them apart. I've got 2 full sheets left, and these are double-sided. So like I didn't even use this size cut apart. These 2x3s or 2x3s. 2 by 1.5. What are these? 2 by 1.5. Yeah. I didn't even use any of these. I used the paper side. And I'll use the wood grain. That's why these are fronted the way they are. So I have 2 full sheets left. I pre-cut some dark green, light green, and 4 by 5 1/4. So 1/4 inch shorter than the other ones. Those will be the background for the cards on the bottom, I think. No. I thought I might use them. Anyway, I've got most of 2 sheets, and then I have some scrap. But I still need interior tags out of some of these. So like my smaller ones will be used for that. As I've been going, I have been cutting more of the 1.5 by 1.5 squares. Also, as I'm cutting backgrounds, I am cutting the 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 squares that back those. So we will have plenty of scrap cards at the end using the little squares. And I, once again, you know, I have die cuts and everything else I can use to continue to decorate and embellish those. But that's where I am. It's now 3 o'clock. I am feeling a little peaky again. Oh yeah, I pulled out some other sketch options that I ended up not using. My head's feeling just very swimmy, and it's starting to make me feel kind of queasy, to be honest. So I'm probably not going to make it back down here again tonight. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't think I will. Wow, like refocus on my desk. But I'm happy I've got 7 cards more or less done. And I have 2 of each of those. That was 2, 4, 6. So I've got another dozen there. And that top stack where I said I have the count wrong, the amount wrong. And another 6, I think, underneath that. Because I think one of the prints didn't work as a card. And one of them, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. So, once again, getting 20 cards out of a single paper pack, I'm very happy with that regardless. So, can't really complain. And I still have plenty of paper left to do something else with. So, anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys, let you know where I was, what I was thinking, where my headspace was. I really don't know what tonight's going to look like. The only thing I have left to do on that knit crate shawl is bind it off. I was only able to get 7 rows done on the rib portion before I ran out of yarn. I can finish, closing up Charlie the gingerbread woman maybe. But right now, I just kind of need to take a brain break. Let my head rest. Put an ice pack on my eyes. I still don't know if it's the weather, because we've got storms that are supposedly rolling in tonight, or it's just, like I said, we go hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. I don't know. And it's like relative. Like we've had highs of almost 100 and then highs of like 85. So I don't know what's causing this, but anyway, I am going to go take care of business. I didn't drink that much. I've had one 32-ounce cup of water. I need to get some more water in today because I don't want to end up with a dehydration headache on top of everything else. So anyway, now I'm just babbling to myself, but I will catch up with you guys in a bit. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic evening, and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it a day here. I know there wasn't a whole lot to share. There wasn't a whole lot to see. But I did get some stuff done. So we finished the body for Charlie the gingerbread. I did her little hair frosting. Next, I need to do her little arms and legs. She is completely weighted in the bottom. I have an ice cream container sitting on the table next to me, so I can't really set her up and show you. She does sit on her own because of the weights in the bottom. So her arms are the same color as what we got going on here, in some little stripies. She's got a little hair bow I still need to make. And I think then it's just embroidering her face. Let's see, next up is sewing on hair, arms, legs, bow, embroidering the face. Oh, she has little buttons on her tum-tum. She has little red and green buttons. And then the next thing is going to be Casper the Snowman. So that'll be the last one in the kit. So number 3 in the kit is almost done. Number 2 for this year is almost done. Granted, Jeffrey the Eggnog's been done for 3 years, but whatever. Nobody's keeping score. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to work on the arms and legs and probably trying to get her little face done. Well, I might try to do all the pieces, just make the pieces up. But I did want to go ahead and cap off the video. That way I can either smush it together and upload it tonight, or smush it together and upload it first thing in the morning. I'm still feeling just very swimmy headed, and my body's super tired, but my brain's wide awake. I'm not sleepy. I'm just I feel like I'm moving through Jello or something. It's meh, meh. I hate these days. It's thundering outside, so maybe the storms will finally like come in and lighten the load. But I've got plenty of ice packs to get me through the night to put on my head if my head keeps hurting. And I'm just going to keep taking it easy. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful night, and I will see y'all tomorrow.